Well, good morning and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the start of another session. Now you join me at what was a very wet but now very windy coking farm. Now I've come down for a session for 24 hours and I am on Long Lake. Now I've booked on to peg 42, in which I was actually meant to fish a couple of weeks ago, but due to some unfortunate personal circumstances and news, I was unable to make my session. So what I've done is booked this peg again because I wanted to fish this swim last time round. Now to be quite honest with you, it's 10 AM and the lake is half empty. Now I've just been told in the shop that they're due to drain it tomorrow and do a load of work, get all the fish out, desilt it, etc, etc. So this will be sort of like my last chance to fish this lake for a little while. What I've come to do really is just try and get myself a few bites. I didn't want to go anywhere that's going to be tricky, you know, really busy, which I'm quite happy it isn't here. And yeah, someone that's just going to sort of challenge me too much. I just wanted to get out for some fresh air, clear my mind and just enjoy the session with the chance of a few bites along the way. Now in front of peg 42, I've got a nice little island to go at. I've also got peg 41's sort of water to go at because no one is in there at the moment, and I have seen a fish pretty much bosh just off of the life ring. So a solid bag which is just down in that little bucket. I made up a good 8 or 9 of them yesterday. We'll be going straight over there in a moment. Yeah, I've got a nice island. I've got empty swims to my right hand side as well, so I can explore a bit of the water between the two islands. I've just got a load of water to play with really until anybody turns up, so I'm definitely not complaining. And just as I was speaking now, I can hear a bite alarm from down the other end of the lake. So like I say, everything's set up, got a bivvy and everything set up. I've been in sort of dip the mats and sling and net, etc. upon arrival. Worried that I was going to get wet through. The weather's been so unpredictable recently. We've had torrential downpours, just it seems like for weeks on end, in all honesty. So yeah, I've got a bivvy. I've just got sorted because I know I'm not going to be moving for 24 hours. So in the case of any storms or any torrential rain passing over, I know that I'm sorted and ready to go. So yeah, the rods are on the deck. Let's get 3 bags out the bucket, sling them out there for a few hours. I've got enough bags to tick me over for the first few hours, depending on how it goes. And yeah, we will kind of ease our way into the session, but fingers crossed for a few bites. And yeah, just a bit of action really to see me through the next 24 hours. So let's see what happens. So the rod that I put over to the life buoy where I see a fish show as soon as I stepped into the swim before I was setting up the bivvy and stuff, the first rod to go out, it's gone, it's gone off. Really weird take. Obviously the rods are on the floor, it just wrapped around, lifted into it, and it just felt like there was nothing there. But then eventually it kicked free. I think there was like a snag or something like that, a bit of branch to come up when I finally got to sort of move it. And yeah, thankfully he was still on there. And you wait till you see this fish, it's an absolute stunner. But yeah, one in the net already, literally. I know the rod probably been out half an hour I reckon. And yeah, it's an absolute belter. So let's get him out, get him on the mat. I get to christen my new scales as well, which is always nice. And yeah, I'll lift him up for the camera for you. But yeah, well happy with that. One off the mark within the hour. Hopefully many more to come. Right, well I said he was a stunner, but I didn't expect him to be a stunner and a fatty as well. Check this one out. £27 and 2 ounces. Look at that, absolute belter of a fish. Look at the scale pattern on him, my God, and he is just as mental the other side as well. That was the first rod that went over to that life buoy that I said I see one smash out once I stepped into the swim, but I didn't know one of these was going to be down there waiting for my solid bag. Look at him, £27, 2 ounces. Wow, 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 what a start. Yeah, generally didn't expect it to start like that. We're going to get a couple of pictures quickly, slipping back, get that rod straight back over there. Right, whilst I've got a spare minute then and the rod's gone back out, I just thought I'd very quickly talk you through exactly how I got all these solid bags set up. So you would have seen I've got half a dozen already made up, but obviously as and when I have fish or want to recast and I've got a spare minute, I'll just knock these back up so that I've always got some ready to go in the bucket. So yeah, just want to talk you through how they are sort of set up inside those bags. So to meet fisheries rules, I've got a leadless leader there, so still nice and supple, nice and heavy. We'll follow the lake bed out there, just keep all that sort of last half a metre just pinned down nicely, and then moving on to a 2.5 ounce inline flat pair lead. So the leader will just run through the short stem on that lead down to a swivel that is sort of just looped onto the leader itself. Now what I like to do with the swivels as well is just ever so slightly just squeeze them down like a millimetre, and what that will allow me to do is just pop them inside the lead. They're nice and snug, so they're not coming out with ease, but once the fish sucks up the hook bait and feels that initial hit, it becomes a sort of running rig as well, and I get some absolute belting takes on these because they get that initial hit of the lead and then they take off, and just the leader just basically pops through the inside of the lead and it just becomes free running. So yeah, they just absolutely take off 100 mile an hour. Now on that swivel is like a quick change swivel, so I've got a little mini anti-tangle sleeve which just allows me to chop and change to the rigs if I need to, and then a small sort of 3.5 inch supple rig, as you can see, maximum flexibility, movement, etc. No coated braid on that whatsoever. Then there's a size 4 wide gape on there. I like to use size 4, and it's barbless, just because yeah, I feel that they just offer a bigger gape than like a smaller, say size 6 for example. So whenever I'm using barbless, I do like to go size 4s, but generally speaking, my solid bag fishing, I use size 4s anyway. And then finishing off, I'll just attach a wafter of my choice, chop and change colours as I see fit to try and maximise bites. So that is the setup, really simple, really easy. And like I say, if you're visiting venues that allow you to use leaders, you can have a number of these already knocked up in your bucket and you can just reach into there as and when you need them, and then yeah, retie them as and when you get a spare minute to make sure you've got plenty of stock ready for recasts, or yeah, if you're catching fish. So really simple setup. If you haven't used solid bags yet, especially on venues like this, then I thoroughly recommend it. You are definitely missing out on bonus bites. Number 2 in the bag. Same rod, left hand rod, over to the bay on my left hand side there, and yeah, the rod was bouncing round, and we got another little stunner in the net. Real nice clean one, definitely not as big as the other one, but yeah, a real grey sort of silvery tinge to him. So we'll get him up out of the mat, or get him up out of the net, even up onto the mat, and we'll have a little look at him. Come on. Oh, here we go then. Number 2, probably mid double. He's proper kicking off on the mat, as you can see. He keeps flicking his dorsal up there, but yeah, taken from that left hand margin, single solid bag slung over towards the buoy on the opposite bank, and yeah, number 2 in the bag. Just really like the colour of this one. It's just like silvery grey on top. Really nice, sort of still really nice condition, really nice scales on him. And yeah, he fancied slurping down one of my solid bags. I'm definitely not complaining. So quick couple of pictures, slipping back, get that rod straight back over there, and yeah, see if we can make it a hat trick. Right, well, the afternoon is disappearing rapidly. It's already 3 o'clock. In an hour and a half, it's going to be dark. So I thought before then, I'll share a little bit of an update with you. So those of you that follow me on social media would have seen that I recently departed ways with Witchwood after nearly 5 years. But where one door closes, another door opens, and I'm really happy to share with you that I've accepted an opportunity to join forces with Sonic. So yeah, from here on now, I am going to be fishing under the sort of Sonic name as such. Really happy to be associated with the brand, and I'm really looking forward to yeah, getting stuck in and get involved in the opportunities that lie ahead. So yeah, you will start to see over the course of my course of the next sort of month or two, me starting to yeah, get my hands on some of that Sonic gear, which I'm really excited about. It's a little bit like Christmas come early for me, you know, pretty much like are you guys, I guess, when yeah, you're getting your hands on new gear, etc. So yeah, really excited about the sort of partnership and joining forces and seeing where it goes along the way. Had a really good initial conversation for well over half an hour on the phone, and yeah, really happy to share the news with you that I'm going to be yeah, fishing under the sort of Sonic brand as such. So watch this space. But yeah, for now I'm just going to sit back, get a few more solid bags tied up, get ready for the yeah, the 12, well over 12 hours of darkness now. And yeah, fingers crossed we can stick a few more on the mat before morning. Good morning then, just after 7 a.m. and I'm just getting the kettle on. Really quiet night. Not a single fish through the night. I did hear a few show a couple of hours into dark in this area, in this zone, so I really did feel confident of a bite in all honesty. But as the night's progressed, the wind has just got worse and worse and worse. It's like 40-mile-an-hour winds, and you're quite out in sort of in the elements up here, and yeah, it's just kind of like sweeping from the back of me right across the front of the bivvy, and yeah, it's just getting, like I say, more and more powerful as the sort of night and this morning has sort of drawn on. So yeah, I believe there's going to be like 40-mile-an-hour winds today, but it was dry, which was nice after weeks of rain. And it looks like it's going to be a relatively pleasant morning as well. It's a bit on the fresh side. So there is only a light covering of cloud this morning, but last night was really mild. I had my coat on to start with in bed, and yeah, that ended up coming off. I was absolutely roasting. so I'd only just put the camera down after giving you that little morning update, saying it had been a quiet night, literally just as the sort of daylight completely sort of broken. Right hand rod's gone rattling off now, just kind of flicked that down to my right, because that's where I sort of saw and heard those couple of shows last night. So had the, like I say, bags in at 4 AM, flicked one down there, and yeah, it's gone rattling off. Rod tip proper bouncing round. Yeah, good little scrap. But what I'm going to do is bite the line, quickly get that one off, because I've seen shows in between the two middle of the islands, good 3 or 4 shows in the last literally 2 minutes whilst I was playing that fish. So I'll quickly get another bag on, flick that out over there, and then we'll get this little one up to have a look. Right, so the rod's gone back out. Fish is on the mat, and he's not as small as I thought, to be fair. He's a really nice clean one, probably a bit bigger than that second one I had, similar sort of shape and size, but just a bit bigger. But yeah, really nice clean, and more than welcome just on first light. Didn't even get to pour me coffee. So yeah, rod's gone back out. We're going to get a couple of quick photos of this one, and yeah, we will slip him back. But yeah, well happy with that. Nice way to start the morning anyway. And yeah, he is absolutely freezing cold, so let's get a couple of pictures quickly and get my hands wrapped around that warm coffee. Right, well, check this one out. The rod that I had the bite off this morning, I'd recast it exactly down to where I had the bite from, and with an hour left, we have got another one on the mat. Just check out the scales on this one. He is well nice. Proper clean fish, absolutely freezing. Each of them have been like a block of ice. But yeah, just check him out, what a cool fish. There we go, check him out. Solid bag victim, happy days. A couple of pictures slipping back, that rod's staying in now. So got 2 left out there, hour to go, we'll see what happens. So 3 rods became 2, 2 rods have now become 1. The rod that I put over to the middle of the islands has gone rattling off with the smallest of the bunch. Now it's a little character, grey blue in colour, snubby little nose and mouth, and yeah, he just looks like a little dolphin, to be honest, and he's flapping around like one as well if he lets me pick him up and hold him up for the camera. But yeah, look at him, proper pale, snubby little nose on him. Don't quite know how he even managed to suck the hook bait up, but yeah, he's literally like a little dolphin. Angry little bugger flapping around on the mat, but I'll take that. Another bite, 1 rod left, half an hour to go. Half an hour left, let's see if it rattles off. I don't know if you can tell, but the wind has proper picked up now. It's meant to be getting 40 miles an hour plus today. So yeah, probably a good thing that I'm packing up and disappearing in the next half an hour. It's also good for drying everything off as well. So yeah, it looks like a nice dry pack down. Kit is in some form of orderly fashion down there as well, ready to go into the motor. So I'm going to wrap it up there unless that rod goes screaming off in the next half an hour, which I will obviously get the camera back out. But yeah, thanks for watching. It's probably going to be my last overnighter of the winter. Don't tend to do nights if I'm all honesty. So with the winter coming, yeah, I'll just stick to day sessions. So yeah, probably my last overnighter of the year. So thank you for watching the video. If you've liked it, feel free to subscribe to my channel, really helps it grow and get more of my videos out there as well. Come and say hi over on any of my social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the usual. It's all under Martyns Angling Adventures. Those of you that are coming to the Winter Carp Show at Sandown, make sure you come and say hello. I will be over on the deeper stand as well, and I will be having a little look and a little nosy around the Sonic stand as well. So if you are in attendance, make sure you come and say hello. But for now, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Really enjoyable, 24 hours, 5 bites, biggest being £27. I can't grumble at that. So yeah, really happy. Time to get everything else sorted, get myself off home and into a nice hot bath. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you next time I'm out on the bank.